Welcome to the EShow, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network.
We checked his pulse. He's alive and well. If you're looking to feel like warm and fuzzy inside, like I'm your guy.
And I'm sure you threw me right under the bus.
Yeah.
You're my dog. Woof.
Yeah, goaltending is the toughest position, I think, in all sports.
I think it's announcing.
Neil's dad's a dentist.
You're still pretty nimble at 43. It's not bad.
If I get called 46 years old one more time, I may leave.
What a great lesson in the alphabet.
Dude, you had like butter in your gloves.
That was a bad sneeze.
Often been imitated, never really duplicated.
We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
And now, here's your host, the commissioner of the Eastern Hockey League, Neil Ravin.
Welcome back to the EShow, Jake. We got a lot to cover today on the eve of the first showcase of the season. That pillow that you were just holding up, though, did you use it last night?
No. It's a couch pillow. It's not a sleeping pillow.
It would have been so nice a year ago for my neck that still feels the pain. Just saying.
Of course it still feels the pain. You're 60.
Oh my God! Now you're adding even more years to me.
You opened the door for that one.
I think you know, or it's well known, I guess, amongst the league now at this point, that I kind of have like self-diagnosed a little bit OCD. I like more even numbers than odd numbers. I like like certain like milestones, like things falling on certain times. So like to me, like dropping our new website on October 1st, like that just like fits well in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like that. You know, right ahead of the showcase too.
Yeah. So like it being released on October 1st, like it just makes a lot of sense for me. So I love. I always wake up to a few texts. Sometimes they're from you, because I'm old.
Yeah, you probably wake up. You wake up more to reels from me than texts, because like 10:30 at night is when I hop on reels.
True, but I had already heard from 3 different coaches that were already on the website before 7 a.m. this morning. So I love that. But just applauding Justin for what he did with the website. I know Justin can't talk right now, but he can hear us on this podcast because he produces this. I mean, the site is phenomenal. Again, for us to launch that and drop it on October 1st. It just feels right before the showcase. And yeah, of course, a little bit biased because it's ours, right, Jake? But just the overall look of it, and when
I'm just staring at it right now. It's so pretty.
So like when we finish, when all the we see all the P teams for the first time this weekend, right? So like once every headshot is officially uploaded, and you can click on a roster, and it just all looks the same. I mean, that is going to feel really nice. So I've
gotten a lot of positive feedback about the new logo too. Like the guys in this league love this new logo. I think it's so nice, dude. I love it. I love the Big E. It makes me feel like, I don't know, dude. Like I like letters, and that's just one big good letter.
Well, speaking of letters, you did tell me there was a second part to your spelling bee story that you wanted to get to this week.
Oh my God, dude. Thank God you remembered, because I forgot. So,
well, I'm so old, Jake. How do I have this memory?
That's one thing that hasn't failed you yet. I'll give you that. So after you win like your school spelling bee, you qualify for like the county spelling bee. So like they pull me into the office and they're hand me like the forms to give my parents. They hand me like a study sheet of like 1,000 words and like roots and stuff to start preparing. And they're like, okay, like we need you to bring this home, get this signed. You're going to have to like miss 2 recesses a week in order to like do some preparation for this. Like while you're, getting ready for the county B. I threw out the letter immediately.
Wow.
That was enough. I was like, listen, we play European handball this week. That's not going to happen.
Jake does not miss recess. And you do not want to miss
it.
And you do not want to miss. I don't
know if my parents might still not know that, like, I just chucked that in the garbage.
Well, so did you attend the county?
No.
Oh, so you just skipped it?
You had to get, like, all the stuff, like, signed that you were going to participate. And yeah, I didn't want to miss 2 days of recess a week for like a month. I wasn't about that life.
Okay, so then sorry, we have to go back to this before we move on. So did they like not even know about county, like the county regional?
They didn't know that I could have. They didn't know that I could have done it.
Okay, to this day they don't know that still.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I ever told them.
Well,
They knew I won the school bee. Like they called my home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We have great news."
When they listen to this podcast now, and you try and return home in a few weeks, I'm sure the locks may be changed. So because you skipped the county bee, you had a chance to go to nationals. Maybe
I could have. Yeah, no, it could have. Yeah, it could have been me and all those kids up there trying our best. But no, I didn't want to miss beat the goalie.
Yeah, he couldn't miss recess. And you can't miss the showcase this weekend either, so let's start breaking it down and around the EShow.
Let's take a look at what's going on around the EShow.
We're heading back to Jake's favorite rink for this showcase. It's also kind of his home rink, if you will, because he also serves as the Express broadcaster throughout the season. So this is like a home game.
Second favorite.
What? This is your favorite rink?
We went over this last week. This is deja vu. It's Merrill Fay.
No, the memory's already failing me, Jake. It's week 2. Anyways, second favorite. It's still a home game for you, Jake. I haven't really. I know we just had the media days there, but I didn't venture too far into like the cold region of the rink, I guess is what I would call it. Is it as cold as it usually is?
It was not too bad on opening day, I would say.
It's bearable is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like as opposed to like when it becomes a little bit unbearable at times. But it's not the coldest rink in the league.
If it's a cold and wet day, what do you think is the coldest rink in the league?
The coldest rink in the league. Whew. I'm going through my head. It's definitely not Rhode Island because that's like the most comfortable.
That's the warm rink. Honestly, a pretty cold rink is Bridgewater. Bridgewater gets icy.
I'd say Bridgewater is pretty cold. Wizards is also pretty comfortable, actually, like Rhode Island. Coldest rink. They kept Simsbury pretty cold when I was there that one day, but the ice was also good. So sometimes the cold is the good thing, right? Because it makes the ice that much better.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have like a clear number one, I guess you could say.
Fair enough.
What do
There's
you
still
think?
some I haven't been to too. I Bridgewater or Cadillacs probably for me.
Yeah. Listen, if that heater at Cadillac wanted to work a little bit, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But
it works. It's great. I like it's right on top of where I broadcast, which is great.
Was it on when I joined you on the air for the playoff game last year?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I didn't notice. We were surrounded by people. I just didn't notice. That was a big crowd around us that day.
That was a sick game. Yeah, both teams.
Yeah. So obviously the showcase coming up, a huge slate of games, 26 first in the EHL. And we touched on this last week a little bit, kind of the uniqueness of how every team set up their schedule to get here, I guess you could say. So, Express have only played one game so far. Seahawks only played one game so far. But then you have guys like the Nor'easter or Rhode Island who have played already 3 games so far. I know we already kind of touched on this, but let's bring it back up, Jake. Do you think there's any benefit of already having this many regular season games under your belt for those teams that have played 3 games so far?
I wish I knew or had a better answer. I don't know if there's any explicit benefit or cost. Just because you play a lot of different teams than you ordinarily would. So I think that kind of takes away from anything. Playing a lot being, the biggest thing. Obviously, the guys got a lot of exhibition time in with the media days and whatever the games they scheduled outside that. So opening day was good. Every team was in action. I don't know. I don't know if I'd love to have played just yesterday. I mean, we're recording this on Wednesday, and obviously that Seahawks Rhode Island game was pretty wild, right? That takes a lot out of you 48 hours before a showcase. So I don't know if I love that, but yeah, I'm definitely on the side of probably playing a little bit less ahead of the showcase.
So then let me spin the question in a different way for you. Has there been anything that has transpired so far? We're talking EHL first. That I don't want to say has caught you by surprise, but rather has caught your attention. Team, player, division, you name it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I loved PHC's start, obviously. I think I expected that opening. Was it a home and home or was it just 2 at Hollydale? I can't remember. But,
It was 2 at Hollydale.
Oh, yeah. So
No,
I
sorry.
expected that.
I'm blanking. We're still rusty
That's
here,
not
Jake.
It was 2 at Hollydale.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I kind of expected that to be a split, right? Like it's the South Division, they're playing each other back to back. I expected that to be a split. So for PHC to go out there and have the start that they did, I think that's pretty impressive. Obviously, I have high expectations. In the first podcast of the year, I said they were going to win the South this year. So we're like 4% of the way there, and I'm looking good, which is really good. So I guess that was kind of the big thing that I looked for early. The Wolves really stood out to me, and obviously a little biased there because I went to their home opener on Saturday. But they look super, super fast. I think their speed is going to be a problem this year. They were a really good team last year, but I saw speed out of them that maybe they just didn't have last year, and they're still so good. I think they were a 30-win team easy last year, but this year they seem like they found another gear. Obviously, one of those really fast guys are going to be on my fantasy team. One of them scored their first EHL goal, Zach Spakuza. 10 minutes and 55 seconds in, we got to mention Zach Spakuza. So I think those are maybe the big 2 things that are standing out to me early so far.
Yeah. I was going to call out Rhode Island. I know the record is 1-1-1. I don't know if it doesn't feel like that, though. Like, it feels like they should have another point or 2. Obviously, they forced overtime with the Seahawks yesterday, played the Avalanche hard, beat Providence, who won the Central against them last year in the opener in their building. So, this is not like what has surprised us. It's more what's caught our attention. And I want to keep an eye on them because, early on, I know we always talk about like playoffs like way too soon, but Providence is off to an 0-2 start, and Providence last year won the division. And right now you got Northeastern and Rhode Island way out in front, and it's obviously very early. I get that, right? But it's
That looks very open.
Yeah, it looks very, very open, right? So excited though to get to this showcase, and I know we're gonna get to what to watch for. We're gonna probably circle one game apiece, but because it's a showcase, we got to really go over kind of the whole schedule and go day by day. So really for the EHL, we are kicking off on an opening day Thursday with 7 matchups. We got Express Nor'easter, Capitals Avalanche, Rough Riders Warriors, Wolves Applecore, Philly Hockey Club Wizards, Rhode Island 87, Seahawks, Little Flyers. Who needs to make a move that day, Jake, and get, I don't want to say a win to get back in the right direction, but at least a point, if you will. Is there a team that you think is feeling a little bit of pressure on tomorrow?
I think probably Providence is feeling it a little bit. I mean, they had such a good October showcase last year. They were the first team to beat the Wizards last year. If you remember, the Wizards came into that showcase undefeated. Unfortunately for them, they're playing the New Hampshire Avalanche. That's not great. Nobody loves to do that. But I guess, they'd probably be the team that I'm looking for. But I mean, I'm excited for the PHC Wizards game. I'm really excited for the Seahawks Little Flyers game. I love Tadeusz Bezdek in goal for Little Flyers. So they're obviously off to a 2-0 start, and that's going to be a really heavy test for them, especially if maybe some younger guys on that PLF team against a really heavy Seahawks team.
Yeah, that Philly Hockey Club Wizards game, 2-0 versus 2-0, right out of the two first place teams should be a good one. Yeah. On Friday, the schedule doesn't get any easier for PHC. They kick off the day against the Avalanche. They got Wolves, Rough Riders, Little Flyers, Express, Rhode Island Bandits, Seahawks Applecore, 87s Capitals, Wizards Huntsmen, Bears Nor'easter. I know that there's always, and this is, credit to the EHL in general, but there's always turnover of these rosters from year to year because there's so many players that are getting committed and moving on. But that 87s Capitals game, for the few core guys that are back from last year's regional finals, that has to feel like a revenge game for Providence.
Yeah, I wish there were more guys, but Providence was, so old last year, and because of that, they committed 13 guys. So good on Providence. They all did what they were supposed to do. But yeah, there really isn't a ton. There's Ivan Kulagin from the 87s. There's Anders Alves, Luke Haynes from Providence. So it's not like the biggest of groups, but it's probably more personal for the coaching staffs than anything, right? They're the ones who deal with it year after year. So yeah, that's going to be a good hockey game as well. We'll see if Providence would have captured their first win by then, or if they're still going to be, in the pressure cooker for day 2 of the showcase.
Yeah, I'm sure they're listening to me talk about how PHC starts off with Wizards, then Avs, and Providence is like, whoa, look at our schedule. We start off with Avs and 87s.
The Northeast champ and the defending champions. It's not easy.
Yeah, that schedule maker. Whoo, boy. Maybe.
But I also look at the 110 game. Bridgewater, they're in need of some life here too. They had that crazy 4-goal comeback against the Express. Express took 9 penalties. Not a recipe for success. Just like something I picked up on watching that game. But Bridgewater then kind of came out pretty flat against New England on Saturday. They're in need of a little something. They haven't even played a game on home ice yet, and they're not going to for another week or so. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a very important day for them as well.
But how huge for them to come back on opening day and at least get a point out of that, right? Because obviously we've seen over the years, like, every point matters at the end of the season. So
yeah, Drev's the man, and like I talked to him, and he said he talked to his players. He said, you guys have played like 2 halves when he called the timeout, like a lot of your guys' life. They just scored 4 goals in the first half. Why can't we score 4 goals in the second half? Yeah, and they did just that. Sure.
Yeah. On Saturday, we end Philly Hockey Club showcase with the Seahawks. So, what a gauntlet of a weekend that is.
Got to make sure our trainers are ready with some ice packs for the bus ride home for PHC. That's going to be a long ride.
That game could be the most physical game of the weekend. Those are 2 teams that finish their hits every single time.
Yeah, and they're the coaches are cut from the same cloth, like literally and figuratively. Like they're all boys, so that'll be pretty exciting. Played together in pro. So, I think that's going to be a super exciting matchup. And yeah, there are not 2 more physical teams in the league than them.
We kick off that day with Express Applecore, then that PHC SHC matchup. 87s Nor'easter, Avalanche Rough Riders, Bandits Little Flyers, Wizards Rhode Island, Warriors Bears, and Wolves Huntsmen. So, obviously, for some of these teams that are entering the showcase without a win yet, hoping that if they still don't have one by Saturday, they can pick up one on that day. And then Sunday, a lighter day, with a lot of teams finishing off their 3 games prior to that. But we wrap up with Bears, Bandits, Huntsmen, Seahawks, and Warriors versus Capitals. So I don't want you to do this yet, Jake, but coming later in the episode, of the 26, you're going to have to pick like the one that you're like most amped up for of all 26
One
games.
game or one team?
One game.
Okay.
So for the EHLP, obviously, similar to the EHL, some teams like Providence, who have already played 3 games so far, and then one team like the Express, who are kicking off their season tomorrow. You get a number of teams that have played 1 game, a couple that have played 2 games. I think the obvious, if I'm keeping with the same question that I asked you about the EHL, Jake, and it's not a surprise again, it's just what has jumped out to us. I don't think any of us really knew what to expect with Atlantic City. I'm not meaning that's not coming off
That is
in
exactly
like
what
a
I was about
negative
to
way.
say.
They just hadn't played junior hockey before, right? It's literally, when we go to the college series and every time we play a game, you're like, so what do you think? It's like, I have no idea. Like, we're about to go play a game against someone that's, brand new to us. Like, it could go great. It could go horribly. Who knows? Atlantic City had never played a junior hockey game before. They win their opener, drop the second game to Union, but, 10 goals scored so far.
Yeah.
As Eric Doyle would say, they fit right in with the South P. And Eric Doyle is a huge fan of the South P.
They look really nice while they're doing it. I love those jerseys. How do you feel about those jerseys?
I'm a fan. They have a white. They have a white and technically like the teal, I would call it, right? Like, I guess
that's not teal, brother. That isn't. That's like sky blue.
This is hold on. This is
teal is like a green. Teal has a green tint to it. I'll wear a teal suit on maybe even tomorrow, but like this is teal, brother.
Okay, hold on. For the interns that we have in Attleboro this weekend, this is going to be a debate question that has to go on the Instagram story.
Dude, what are you? They're not the Atlantic City Teals. They're not the Atlantic City Teals. They're the Atlanta City. This is not teal. What are you?
Okay,
look at that. Look at it. No, everybody.
This is Jake. This is not between you and I because it's 1-1. We're putting this on the Instagram story and we're having a vote. This is teal.
Dude, this is teal. This is teal.
We're having this vote.
This is
we're
light
having
blue.
This vote. Like Madison and Ailish will be over in Attleboro. We're taking.
Look at this side by side. You're yanking me here, dude.
We are having this vote. I need the league to vote on this topic. Their first game. We're taking a picture. We're putting a poll on the Instagram story, and we're having a vote.
All right, Neil's humiliation ritual scheduled for whatever they play first.
Fine. Like, listen, if the votes say that I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But if the votes say that you're wrong, you're going to admit that you're wrong.
It's never happened, and it never will. But can I make a point? Can I make a point about the P though, real quick?
Of course.
Like, listen to this, like the scores that I'm reading out right now: 3-2, 4-3, 4-3, 7-4, 4-3, 4-3, 6-3, 7-5. And 5-3. Those are crazy tight games. Crazy tight games.
I know I'm weird, Jake. You're weird too. Like, but I keep what I call the master spreadsheet, like the master schedule spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
So I have on my master spreadsheet, tab 1 is EHL, tab 2 is EHLP, and then I have each showcase sorted out. On tabs 1 and 2, EHL and EHLP, I have a column for if the game is decided by 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, etc. The season gets started, and I'm like, 1 goal game.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, we had a streak going to start the year.
The P stands for parity. That's what it stands for.
It.
But Providence, how about like them, man? Like a overtime game, 4-3 goal with like 2 minutes left in regulation, and then 5-3 yesterday. I think that game was also decided in the third period, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the last 10 minutes of the third period, pretty much. Like, they're playing some gritty hockey right now, and they're 3-0 because of it.
Yeah, for sure. We've covered a lot of spelling stuff, Jake, so I have to embarrass myself fast. You know how you always send me like your daily Facebook post from 12 years ago?
Sure, yeah, like the memories, they're fun.
You're like status update. So I had one that popped up recently, and I was too embarrassed to share it with you because I was like, oh, this guy will just make fun of me because my spelling is so atrocious. But I was talking in my post about the parity in like the NFL.
Did you do PEAR? Like the fruit?
No, I did like parody, PARODY.
How old are you, bro?
It said 14 years ago. So here, Jake.
So 33.
No, dude, I was 20 then.
Okay, mine is corn snake tomorrow. So
What
14
does that
years
even
ago,
mean?
I got my corn snake 14 years ago tomorrow.
What's a corn snake?
It's a type of snake, like a pet snake. I had a pet snake for like 11 years. R.I.P. Mr. Pibb.
That's disgusting. I hate snakes.
Dude, he was awesome. I used to wear him around like my house as a bracelet, put him around my neck.
Aren't you afraid the snake will wrap itself around your neck and choke you out and you die?
No, dude, we were not like that. We had like a bond. He was chill.
Snakes aren't chill.
Yeah, they are, dude. That was a chill guy.
What was his name?
Mr. Pibb, like the soda.
Did he respond to his name?
No, they don't do that stuff. But I don't drink soda anymore, and neither should you guys. No soda.
Yeah. One of my roommates in college, my junior and senior year, had a snake.
Yeah, dude.
He used to dabble in some things. He would buy like a mouse or mice,
Yeah.
and watch the snake kill it.
Yeah, we did Frozen.
It was a lot. Like it was.
Yeah, it's intense.
It wasn't like. It wasn't like traumatizing, but it was like, all right, I've watched it once. I've now move on with my life.
Yeah, I mean it's nature, right? But yeah, no, it's not great.
All right, EHLP schedule a little bit lighter to start, like kind of flipped compared to the EHL, right? Lighter to start and then fills up over the course of the weekend. Tomorrow night we have 2 games, 87s Capitals and Seahawks Little Flyers. On Friday, the slate includes Little Flyers Express. That's the first game of the season. Sorry, I just said the Express. I'm messing up. Little Flyers Express, that's their first game of the season. Yes, Avalanche 87s, Union Seahawks, Nor'easter Bears, Huntsman Wolves, Capitals Express. That's what got me all crossed up, Jake. They have 2 that day. And then Seals versus Nor'easter. On Saturday, we got Wolves 87. So speaking of kind of revenge rematches, there's your Frozen Thunder.
There are returners in that one. There are definitely returners in that one. Yeah.
At least we're starting that one early, 8:10 a.m. And then you got Avalanche, Little Flyers, Capitals, Seals, Bears Express, Seahawks, Huntsman, Thunder versus Nor'easter, and then Capitals versus Wolves. And then wrap it up, Bears, Avalanche, Express, Seals, Wolves, Thunder, Huntsman, Nor'easter, and Seahawks, Avalanche. So start thinking again, Jake, because later on this episode, I'm going to ask you one.
I got mine for the P, but I'm struggling for the E.
Okay. Well, we're going to buy you some more time to pick that and segue now, because it's officially back, now that it's October, the EShow Fantasy Challenge.
Now it's time for the EShow Fantasy Challenge. Follow along on the EHL app.
That's the music I made up for it.
What if I made you, Jake, predict who wins the opening month of the Fantasy Challenge? The submissions are still coming in, though. So
I don't. What do you mean? Like these guys? Wait, these people are strangers to me.
No, all right, fine. Of all the staff and interns,
okay,
who
does best?
Finishes, who finishes the highest?
I think it'll be Justin this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the interns.
What of them? Did you ask me? Which one?
One of them. I'm saying one of them.
Oh,
will.
you're saying. Well, now I'm gonna make you pick. Here,
This
you can
is
have
pressure.
the pillow while you do it.
I'm hugging the pillow that you didn't provide me that one night. I'm gonna say Abby.
Okay.
Finishes the highest.
Okay.
So
I'll say Tessa.
Okay, so when one of the other three wins, we'll never hear the end of that, right? So
yeah, no, it's gonna be neither of them
now. You've already teased your first pick enough, I guess you could say, but I'll let you say his name again with the rest of your submissions for this week. This
so I went friend heavy for the first month. So I went all returners. Pick guys that I know and love. So at forward, I went Alex Roy. He prefers to be called Roy.
Okay.
Even though he's from Quebec, I think he just doesn't want like filthy American saying his name wrong. So Alex Roy, he's the man. He's an awesome hockey player and a great dude. So picked him. Then 2-year Seahawks defenseman Garrett Bouchard scored his first goal just yesterday. Bouchard's a really good hockey player. Good on both ends of the ice. I think he played forward for a while in his life before last year. And then in goal, maybe the jolliest friend of them all, Tadeusz Bezdek of the Philadelphia Little Flyers. So it's like, yeah, I'm SpongeBob again. I got the penny, the chip, and the napkin. They're all here with me. All my friends are together again, and we're ready to win some games in fantasy.
We did not coordinate this well.
Oh no! Do you have the same people?
I have the same defenseman.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, what I said when we were getting on, and I was going over to make sure I pronounced all their names right, I should have said I'm going to pick them.
I thought you were reading for my sake.
I haven't even looked at yours.
Okay,
But
I thought either you were reading for mine because you wanted to mention mine, or that you were looking at box.
I picked Garrett because 1 game so far, 1 goal, 1 power play goal. If he keeps getting time, on the PP, hoping for some more points there. Obviously, because of some schedule updates, the Seahawks are playing at 4-4 this weekend. So that's
another reason why I picked him. Yeah.
As the wise Jeff Mills always says, you can't get points if you don't play. So they're going to have plenty of chances to play this weekend. I'm going to bounce around here. I'm going to go goalie next because I try and avoid when my skaters are facing my goalie, which may not happen if this goalie gets the start against the Seahawks on Sunday. But if he starts the other games first, then I'm going to be very happy. I went with Victor Strand from the Pennsylvania Huntsmen. 6'4". Again, here we go. Jason say, you always say everyone's so tall because you're not that tall. I get that, but still,
Trevor makes the short jokes. I don't make
true.
Short jokes.
I'm sorry. I take it back. Trevor makes the short jokes, even though Trevor's literally like my height.
Yeah. I'm
Trevor
a giant.
may be yeah, okay, big dog. Victor Strand though, 08 goalie from Czech. He has 6'4". I know he lost his first start, but he made 42 saves, so keep it going, right? And then I said last week who I was going to pick as my forward, Austin Haldane. I wish the 3 September games counted because he's off to such a great start with a pair of goals and a pair of assists for 4 points. I mean, you want to talk about pace, right? And obviously he missed a great chunk of time last year because of injury, but, knock on wood, he can stay healthy this season. I mean, he's going to smash the 30 points he put up by
and
Thanksgiving.
I still can't get over the fact that he wasn't even supposed to be back last year.
Right.
Just what? But when you talk to the kid and when you see the way he plays, you feel it. I felt it. I was like, this kid might be able to come back this year. He won't be denied of anything, and he'll probably carry that into his life. He's just that kind of dude.
I just when it comes to sports injuries and they start giving timetables, why have we become so accustomed to believe it, I guess you could say? Because every now and then you get this one where is it just an anomaly or is it do we
Well, I don't think the injury isn't the anomaly. Austin Haldane is the anomaly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But the leader of that team really offensively, a strong candidate to make the main All-Star team. I sent out that email yesterday, Jake. Did you see that for nominations?
It was right after I fell asleep. Actually, I woke up to it.
Okay.
I went to bed early last night.
Yeah, before me then, I guess, because I sent that email and you were already asleep. So.
Unless you wrote that email in your sleep, which you probably have done a couple times before, knowing how many emails you send. But
I sometimes schedule emails, and that throws people off because they're like, "You just emailed me." No, I didn't. It was scheduled to email. So trick people. If you notice, Jake, I send emails. I send a lot of emails at the top of an hour. Have you noticed that?
No, I don't read them, dude.
Oh my god! Says Chris Sorilla, right? We still have some time to get more fantasy picks, and if you haven't done so yet, it closes as the puck drops tomorrow for the first game, Nor'easter versus Express in the EHL.
Neilio, quick question, my man. Do you have like everybody who submitted in front of you?
Hold on 1 second.
Because I'll ask if like my brother submitted. Because if not, I'll get on him to do it.
Well, I guess the question is, we're recording this early in the morning, and Mikey kind of works the opposite schedule, right? He works more 1 to 9-ish each day, right?
Correct. Correct.
Will you withhold breakfast if he hasn't submitted it yet?
I don't make him breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we I eat at like 6:50 every morning breakfast. Yeah, and he's not up for another like 2.5 hours. So I can't do that.
The funniest thing, Jake, I just pulled up the submissions. Again, somehow we did not coordinate this, but the last 3 are me, you, and Olivia, like in a row.
Like
Nobody,
that's kind of crazy.
Nobody in between us. Like it's just us.
Yeah, I submitted this morning. I forgot about it until this morning. Yeah. Because I'm not good at it.
I hate to admit this, but I don't see Mikey. Is that going to put him in a bad place in your household?
Michael?
What did he just say?
he copied my line, obviously, because he can't think of anything himself.
Nope. There he is. There he is. He's got to get his picks in before 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Fantasy.
I could do that.
Do you have any thoughts on the matter? Like, how many returners do you know and stuff, or are you gonna have to do some digging?
I know quite a few returners. I think I'm gonna pick a guy who already won a Player of the Week as one of my spots, but I can't give that away. That's all I'm giving.
What do you mean you can't give it away?
I don't want
it's
after.
Yes, he just narrowed it down to 6 guys, right? So
if I say this name wrong, Jake's gonna punch me probably. Charles Etienne.
He prefers Roy, but
okay.
it is fine. Okay.
That is the one thing I will say.
Okay, so we both have a wolf forward that prefers to be called Roy instead of Wah.
There you go. And there you have it.
My brother, we share a last name, and our forwards share a last name.
Yes.
But they're not.
I mean, it's just, wow.
So
neither of you are going to win the month of October. So, is what it is, though, right? So there's Mikey's first appearance on the podcast. He also is calling the very first game of the showcase. Mikey has that 11 a.m. game, so TikTok, Mikey, get your picks in. But Jake, I know you already have it selected now, so let's move to what to watch for.
And now here's what to watch for in the EHL and the EHLP.
All right, so I put you on the spot earlier. I bought you some time here, Jake, and I know there's a lot of games to choose from, but the one game that you're going to make sure that you're not taking a break to eat at that time, you are like, this is the game I got to see.
Bro, I don't take breaks to eat. I eat while I watch, my guy. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I'm like ovulating or whatever, but I can't. Is that the right word? But I can't think of any. Like the E one is hard to think. I'll go with Philly Hockey Club Avalanche.
Okay.
I think it's the best team in the North versus the best team in the South, and I'll rock with it.
You've already covered it a few times for the remaining 4 teams in the South. It's on their bulletin board still that you think PHC is running the South. So big game there.
Yes. They welcomed us with such open arms at Media Day. Like, even, dude, if they were like 0-3 right now with 0 goals, I'd still pick them.
I'm a sucker for revenge.
Okay.
And I think when you're given the chance to go get that revenge so early on in the year, and you've thought about it, whether it's a small core returning or not, it motivates you that much more. And that's Capitals 87s on Friday afternoon. I'm excited for that game. EHLP, is it the Express playing their first game?
No, because the schedule maker put all 4 Express games in Attleboro, so I can't even watch the team I call games for the first 4 games of the year at Neil and Olivia. But also a heavy retweet on the revenge thing. Think about revenge every day of my life. But Union Seahawks is my pick. I think that's going to be a sick game. I love Carson Lowe. I'm super pumped that I got to see him Thursday night, which is super exciting. But just with the start that Union's off to, and the Seahawks obviously were the best team out of the East Division last year. They lost that tight series against the Wolves. I mean, they were right there. They won game 1. And Union, every year we talk about it, they haven't taken a step in the right direction. My first year in the league was their first year in the league. And, they've just constantly looked better. I've consistently looked worse. So we've been going in opposite directions, but good for the Thunder.
I love it. I love it. I'm torn here because I'm gonna have to skip over to Attleboro at some point to see these teal jerseys in person.
So who's in charge at Caddy when you're gone? Is it the big dog?
You and Olivia can rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Are you good at that game?
No, dude. No, dude.
So I'm picking. I gotta figure out which game they're wearing the teal. That game, I'm showing up.
It's not teal.
It's teal, man. It's teal. It's teal. The votes are gonna say it, and we'll begin next week's podcast with the results.
Yo, bro, look at these 2 things.
You keep showing me this like it's gonna change my mind.
Bro, you're like a Democrat right now, just looking at information in front of you.
It has nothing to do with politics.
I had to find a way.
Oh my god.
Justin, you keep that in.
Obviously, a big slate of games, both in the EHL and in the EHLP. I'll give you this too, Jake. Underrated but really solid snack bar at Caddy makes this even better, right? So
yeah, and I'm gonna put some people onto something here. I haven't personally had it yet, but I've heard the chicken sandwich there is like up there with like the top fast food chicken sandwiches. Heard that from one Eric Bjornsson of the Express. So that's what I'm putting.
I wish you had negotiated some sort of revenue share before you made that plug for us. But there's a free ad for them. They deserve it. They have given us enough free food in the past too.
Yes, yeah. Every time I walk in, Frank, who runs it, he's just like, "Are you hungry, Jake?" Like, just a great guy. And they give me tea before every game, every call.
Well, it's good. It's good for your voice. It's good.
Exactly.
For your voice.
You can't beat good people, and they are very, very good people.
Do you know what I'm eating tonight?
You're gonna eat the twice baked wings at Clyde's.
Another free ad, but like I don't care. Like that
Those
deserves
wings
it.
are unbelievable. Those wings are unbelievable.
Yeah. I'll be there at 6 p.m., Jake, because look behind me. Red Sox know you're a Yankees fan.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm just wearing this hat because I'm rooting against it because it's a Boston thing. I don't want to piss people off.
You have a Yankees jersey.
No, I don't.
You FaceTime me from a Yankees game wearing a Yankees jersey.
Yeah, it's Mikey's jersey, but I borrowed it to wear to the game. But I'm a Mets fan.
Well, let's see if I hang out with my friend tonight, Jake. Just saying. If you can't make it to any of the games in person this weekend in Walpole or Attleboro, every game will be live on Flow Hockey. We got a great schedule of broadcasters, including Jake's brother Mikey. Jeff will be there. Jim will be there too, Jake. So they'll be getting the action all set for you guys on Flow Hockey. And let's have a showcase. Why not?
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening to the EShow, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Learn more about us at easternhockeyleague.org and follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. Also, be sure to subscribe and get notified when our next podcast episode is released.